What if the money you've been waiting for is already here, right now, but you're so caught up in thoughts, worries, and distractions that you simply can't see it? What if your financial manifestation has nothing to do with intense visualization, endless affirmations, or strategic planning, and everything to do with something far more subtle and powerful? The present moment. That's the discovery that completely transformed my reality. In this video, I'm going to share exactly how I used mindfulness, simple conscious awareness, to attract $10,000 unexpectedly. And no, it wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't luck. It was a deep energetic shift that began with a single decision: to be here now fully. It all started on one of those days when your mind just won't shut up. I was emotionally drained, frustrated with my financial situation, and feeling like none of my manifestation techniques were working. I sat on the living room floor, took a deep breath, closed my eyes. And for the first time in weeks, I decided not to fix anything. I just observed. I watched my thoughts without judgment. I let the anxiety rise and fall without resisting it. And in that moment of complete surrender, something inside me opened. A quiet space, without urgency, without the need to change anything. A space where I could finally hear my own body, my own heart. And in that moment, a simple question arose. What if I don't need to do anything right now? What if all I need is to allow? In the days that followed, something shifted. I wasn't chasing solutions anymore. I was simply present. I started paying attention to the sound of water in the shower, the taste of each bite of food, the feel of the wind on my face during a walk to the store. And even when thoughts of fear came, will the money be enough? Am I falling behind in life? I breathed and returned to the now. It wasn't about denying fear, but not letting it take the wheel. And the more I practiced this presence, the lighter I felt. As if each consciously lived moment was cleansing my energetic field, preparing me for something I couldn't yet name. And then it happened. One day, out of nowhere, I received a message from a friend I hadn't seen in years. We caught up, laughed, shared old stories. And in the middle of the conversation, she said, "I never really thanked you for what you did for me years ago. Changed my life. And now I can finally give back." That same day, she transferred $10,000 to my account. No request, no expectations. It was for something I had completely forgotten. In that moment, I understood everything. The universe doesn't respond to desperation, blind effort, or anxiety. It responds to vibration. And for the first time in a long while, my vibration was clear, centered, receptive. What's most fascinating is that, after this experience, I began studying how mindfulness affects our vibrational frequency. I discovered that when we are present, our body exits survival mode, the well-known fight or flight response, and enters a state of creation. The heart rate slows, the mind clears, and the electromagnetic field of the heart expands. And it's in that state that we begin to attract situations aligned with our essence, not our fear. I realized that manifestation doesn't happen when we force something into existence, but when we create space for it to enter. And mindfulness is that space. If you want to experience this kind of shift, here are 3 steps I followed that anyone can apply. First, dedicate 10 minutes a day to total presence. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and simply observe. Breathe. Feel your body. Don't try to control anything. Second, pay attention to your thoughts about money. Whenever a thought of lack, fear, or stress arises, notice it. Don't fight it. Just acknowledge it by saying, "This is just a thought, not the truth." And third, start appreciating beauty in the details. Gratitude doesn't need big events. A sip of cold water, the smell of coffee, the silence of the early morning. All of that carries the vibration of abundance. And the more you recognize it, the more you attract. Maybe you're thinking this sounds too simple. And it is. But simple becomes powerful when practiced consistently. Most people don't manifest money not because they're doing too little, but because they're doing too much and in the wrong energy. They're trying to control everything, obsessing over the how, and unknowingly vibrating scarcity. Mindfulness breaks this cycle. Doesn't just change your thoughts, it changes your relationship with your thoughts. You stop being a passenger of your mind and become the observer. And it's in that state that the field of manifestation truly opens. Now I want to ask you something. When was the last time you really felt the present moment? Not just passed through it, but truly felt it. Could it be that you're so busy trying to create the future that you've forgotten how to inhabit the now? The truth is, money, abundance, clarity. It all begins right here where you are. When I finally understood that, my relationship with the universe changed. That $10,000 wasn't the true gift. The real miracle was the peace, the trust, the feeling that I no longer needed to chase life. I could let life come to me as long as I was available for it. If this message stirred something inside you, if it awakened a desire to try a new path, then here's my invitation. Try it for 7 days. That's it. 7 days of practicing presence, with no expectations. Just breathe, observe, feel, and see what happens. The universe responds precisely to your vibration. And your vibration shifts when you become a living presence. When you live with awareness, you live with power. And when you live with power, you no longer have to chase money. Comes to you because you've become the magnet. If this video resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear this. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and write in the comments what you felt. Your story could inspire others. And remember, your next miracle might be hiding between one breath and the next. You just have to be present to receive it.